Within the realm of advanced paranormal inquiry, this discourse investigates the pervasive presence of spectral phenomena across every corner of the Earth. In this analysis, each region is portrayed as a potential stage for inexplicable supernatural occurrences, where ghosts, unconfined by geographical limitations, embody the enduring mysteries of history. We also examine the influence of demonic entities and malevolent forces in complicating conventional paradigms. This presentation integrates strictly documented research, rigorous historical records, and precise scientific scrutiny to reveal anomalies that persist despite prevailing explanations. The narrative is constructed with fact-driven clarity and technical sophistication, ensuring that it meets the demands of an expert-level audience. Every assertion is supported by statistical analysis and cross-reference studies, thereby bridging traditional folklore with modern empirical insights. By employing advanced methodologies and comparative assessments, this investigation delineates the complex interplay between established natural laws and phenomena that appear to contravene them. Ultimately, this introduction lays the intellectual groundwork and analytical framework required to comprehend the subtle intricacies of global hauntings and the spectral forces that challenge our conventional understanding. These measured observations and methodical evaluations underscore an unwavering commitment to scientific rigor in the domain of metaphysical phenomena. Our research continually informs and challenges. Emerging evidence indicates that ghostly presences transcend regional boundaries and are observable in environments ranging from abandoned urban structures to secluded natural landscapes. Thorough investigations, including quantitative field studies and remote sensing analyses, reveal spectral occurrences that defy traditional spatial constraints. Observers consistently document luminescent apparitions, transient shadows, and inexplicable auditory phenomena in areas previously considered insulated from such events. These detailed accounts have been subjected to statistical evaluations, with data indicating that paranormal incidents occur at a relatively uniform rate across diverse geographic regions. Advanced imaging technologies and spectral analysis instruments have provided researchers with empirical evidence that challenges long-held assumptions regarding the confinement of ghostly activity. In many cases, anomalous readings recorded by thermal and electromagnetic sensors coincide with reports of visual manifestations, suggesting a complex interplay between physical law and paranormal interference. Researchers have developed new theoretical models that incorporate quantum mechanical effects and unaccounted energy emissions, offering potential explanations for these phenomena. Additionally, collaborative studies among interdisciplinary experts have enhanced the resolution of ghost detection, strengthening interpretations of spectral energy patterns. Furthermore, meta-analyses of global ghost encounter datasets illustrate that spectral manifestations are a ubiquitous phenomenon rather than isolated incidents. Researchers combine rigorous field experiments with controlled laboratory conditions to assess the reproducibility and longevity of ghostly events. This systematic approach integrates multifaceted datasets that include geophysical measurements, acoustic recordings, and high-resolution imagery. By correlating environmental parameters with experiential accounts, investigators are making significant progress in mapping the pervasiveness of these entities. In sum, the cumulative evidence firmly supports the notion that ghostly occurrences are not restricted to mythic locales, but are a globally consistent phenomenon that warrants comprehensive scientific attention and further technical inquiry. Several case studies from diverse regions strengthen the argument that spectral phenomena are globally observable. Data gathered from both isolated and urban areas reveal anomalous energy discharges that correlate with historic ghost sightings. Temporal analyses indicate that paranormal events occur during daylight as well as nighttime, suggesting underlying cycles possibly influenced by geomagnetic variations. Statistical correlations between environmental conditions and ghost sightings have produced predictive models with considerable reliability. These models imply that physical variables such as humidity, temperature fluctuations, and electromagnetic disturbances may facilitate the emergence of spectral energies. Quantitative analyses now play a critical role in paranormal research, reinforcing the empirical basis for occurrences once dismissed as mere folklore and subjective experience. These findings inspire rigorous ongoing investigation. Historical records and cultural traditions provide a multifaceted lens through which ghostly phenomena can be examined. Numerous ancient texts, manuscripts, and oral traditions from civilizations spanning Asia, Europe, Africa, and the Americas document spectral encounters. These accounts often describe apparitions with distinct characteristics, many of which have been cataloged in contemporary paranormal research. Detailed chronicles from medieval Europe, for instance, recount the presence of wandering spirits, while Eastern traditions speak of ancestral specters and ethereal guardians. Each narrative is embedded with culturally specific symbolism that reflects societal fears, moral paradigms, and cosmological beliefs shared across generations. In many societies, ghost stories and supernatural legends serve not only as cautionary narratives, but also as complex repositories of historical memory. Rigorous scholarly analysis of such records reveals that these accounts frequently align with historical events such as wars, plagues, and natural disasters, which left indelible marks on communal psyches. Statistical examinations of documented incidents indicate recurring themes and common archetypes that transcend cultural boundaries, reinforcing the idea that hauntings serve as metaphors for human suffering and unresolved trauma. Researchers have also employed cultural anthropology to decode the underlying narratives in myths and to correlate these with contemporary paranormal investigations. Cross-cultural studies reveal both stark differences and significant similarities in the depiction of ghostly entities. For example, while some cultures interpret apparitions as benevolent ancestral guides, others consider them malevolent presences intent upon retribution. Comparative analyses of folklore and historical artifacts suggest that the universal recurrence of spectral phenomena is intrinsically linked to the human condition. By meticulously scrutinizing historical data alongside modern investigative techniques, experts are gradually bridging the gap between myth and measurable experience. Extensive archival research has uncovered previously overlooked documents that detail elaborate rituals, exorcisms, and seances performed in an attempt to confront supernatural forces. These primary sources, ranging from court records to personal diaries, provide quantitative evidence of spectral encounters, thereby allowing modern scholars to apply advanced statistical methods to historical occurrences. The integration of historical texts with archaeological findings and sociocultural studies has enriched our understanding of how communities interpreted and reacted to persistent hauntings. Furthermore, technological advancements now permit the digital restoration of faded manuscripts, enabling more precise cross-temporal comparisons. Such research not only validates ancient accounts, but also clarifies the evolution of cultural perceptions regarding metaphysical phenomena. These rigorous interdisciplinary studies continue to reshape academic discourse and illuminate the enduring legacy of ghostly encounters. Remarkably, in the intricate landscape of supernatural phenomena, encounters with demons and evil entities are recorded with meticulous precision. Historical documents, forensic reports, and eyewitness testimonies provide a complex mosaic of instances where malevolent forces manifest in diverse contexts. These accounts, subject to rigorous analysis, reveal that demonic appearances often coincide with periods of intense psychological stress, social upheaval, or anomalous environmental conditions. Scholars have dedicated extensive research to understanding the characteristics of these entities, which are frequently described in terms of their deliberately antagonistic behavior and distinctive physiological manifestations. Detailed statistical reviews suggest that the frequency and intensity of these encounters vary in relation to both temporal and geographical factors. The technical framework for analyzing demonic encounters involves the integration of data from multiple disciplines. Advanced imaging technology, spectral analysis, and psychological profiling have been employed to differentiate between misinterpreted natural phenomena and intrinsically malevolent apparitions. Recorded instances include precise measurements of anomalous electromagnetic fields, abrupt temperature fluctuations, and other quantifiable markers coinciding with alleged demonic activity. Investigators utilize sophisticated algorithms to assess the credibility of such encounters by correlating them with environmental data. Furthermore, Forensic pathology and digital evidence analysis have allowed experts to identify patterns that recur with statistical reliability in areas reputed for frequent demonic manifestations. Comparative case studies have illuminated both commonalities and differences in encounters involving evil entities. In some instances, detailed documentation has revealed that demonic figures are often characterized by a complex interplay of cultural symbolism and quantum irregularities. For example, several rigorously analyzed cases indicate that these entities can provoke severe psychological disturbances, measurable through neurophysiological monitoring, implying a possible direct influence on human brain function. Advanced spin-off studies in theoretical physics have even speculated that these supernatural encounters may be linked to phenomena beyond conventional temporal and spatial dimensions. Such interpretations remain contentious, yet they underscore the necessity for continued technical inquiry and multidisciplinary research approaches. Notably, numerous documented case studies highlight the use of ritualistic practices and symbolic artifacts in both provoking and repelling demonic forces. In many instances, practitioners of ancient traditions and modern rituals alike reported that particular symbols or incantations generate quantifiable changes in ambient energy fields. Empirical measurements have, on occasion, recorded shifts in low-frequency oscillations during ritual events, lending credence to the hypothesis that such practices might modulate the interaction between human consciousness and malevolent spectral forces. This convergence of empirical evidence and esoteric tradition presents a formidable challenge to conventional scientific paradigms and demands rigorous, number-driven analyses to unravel its complexity. In summary, encounters with demons and evil entities are a subject of intense scholarly interest, attracting experts from fields as diverse as quantum physics, digital forensic analysis, and clinical psychology. The amalgamation of detailed case studies, precise data analysis, and rigorous interdisciplinary methodologies has advanced our understanding of these dark phenomena. As research continues to evolve, it remains imperative that investigations maintain strict adherence to empirical methods and statistical validation. Only through such comprehensive, methodical inquiry can we hope to decipher the multifaceted nature of demonic manifestations and their profound impact on human society. Ongoing investigations, combining real-time monitoring and advanced computational analysis, continue to refine our statistical models and theoretical frameworks, ultimately ensuring that our comprehension of these ominous entities remains dynamic and progressively more precise. Such evolving research solidifies our understanding. Scientific inquiry into paranormal phenomena employs rigorous methodological standards that demand empirical evidence and reproducible results. Researchers in physics, psychology, and environmental science have conducted controlled experiments to measure anomalous occurrences, often utilizing sophisticated instrumentation and data analytics to track fluctuations in electromagnetic fields and other quantitative variables. These studies frequently incorporate statistical models that quantify the probability of ghostly activities and demonic manifestations, providing a measurable framework for assessing disputed claims. As part of this analytical process, experimental protocols are meticulously designed to minimize bias and isolate variables, thereby ensuring the reliability of results. Theological perspectives contribute an additional dimension to the interpretation of supernatural events. Traditional doctrines and modern theological analyses often explore themes of sin, punishment, and redemption, positing that encounters with ghosts or evil entities may serve as metaphors for moral and spiritual dilemmas. Scholars of comparative religion have examined canonical texts alongside historical exegesis, revealing that paranormal phenomena are sometimes interpreted as manifestations of divine intervention or spiritual warfare. These interpretations underscore the complex interplay between belief systems and empirical observation, further complicating the discourse surrounding metaphysical occurrences. Folkloric explanations, derived from cultural narratives and mythologies, offer yet another layer of understanding. Anthropologists and folklorists analyze legends, oral traditions, and cultural rituals to discern common motifs that recur independently across various societies. These folkloric accounts provide rich, qualitative data that complement quantitative scientific assessments. By comparing mythological archetypes and historical accounts with contemporary investigative findings, researchers identify patterns that suggest a symbiotic relationship between cultural memory and paranormal experience. In this integrative approach, folklore acts as a repository of collective human wisdom, indicating that spectral phenomena are both historically contingent and scientifically intriguing. Integrated approaches to paranormal research emphasize the necessity of synthesizing diverse explanatory frameworks. Interdisciplinary teams are increasingly utilizing complex computational models to simulate spectral interactions according to physical, theological, and folkloric parameters. These simulations incorporate variational data, probability distributions, and system dynamics to reproduce conditions under which unexplained phenomena occur. The resultant models offer predictive insights that are continually refined through iterative testing and validation. Moreover, such approaches facilitate dialogue between skeptics and proponents by translating metaphysical concepts into quantifiable metrics. In doing so, they bridge the gap between abstract belief systems and objective scientific inquiry, paving the way for future research that may ultimately reconcile divergent perspectives on the nature of supernatural experiences. This comprehensive synthesis fundamentally challenges entrenched reductionist paradigms. Ghostly and demonic phenomena have exerted significant cultural, psychological, and social impacts across communities. Numerous studies have demonstrated that persistent paranormal narratives shape public perceptions, influence social behavior, and guide community rituals. In regions with a long history of hauntings, modern technology and digital media have amplified these legends, resulting in a complex interplay between tradition and contemporary experience. Detailed surveys and statistical analyses indicate that people who report encounters often exhibit measurable shifts in stress levels, sleep patterns, and overall mental health. Moreover, local communities frequently adopt preventive measures ranging from ritualistic practices to the deployment of advanced monitoring equipment in an attempt to mitigate perceived risks. Modern-day encounters are documented by a network of professional investigators, academic researchers, and digital enthusiasts, all of whom contribute to a growing corpus of quantified data on paranormal events. This data not only informs local policies and safety protocols, but also fuels academic debate regarding the nature of consciousness and the human capacity to perceive phenomena beyond ordinary sensory experiences. As such, ghostly and demonic encounters continue to serve as both a catalyst for societal caution and a source of intrigue within the broader scientific and cultural discourse. These multifaceted impacts extend beyond immediate communities, influencing policymaking, academic research agendas, and even commercial ventures related to paranormal tourism and media production. Increased funding for interdisciplinary studies and the development of standardized investigative protocols reflect society's growing commitment to understanding these enigmatic phenomena. Indeed, these developments mark a transformative era in paranormal research. In concluding this expansive analysis, we reflect on the intricate interplay between spectral phenomena, demonic encounters, and the empirical methodologies employed to explore them. The cumulative body of evidence, derived from comprehensive historical records, rigorous scientific investigations, and richly detailed cultural narratives, paints a portrait of a world where the supernatural is interwoven with the fabric of reality. Through meticulous data collection and cross-disciplinary research, we have observed that ghostly manifestations and malevolent entities are not isolated aberrations, but rather universal occurrences that challenge conventional paradigms. This rigorous examination illuminates the profound impact of paranormal experiences on both individual psychology and collective human culture. Advanced statistical analyses, coupled with theological exegesis and folkloric interpretation, have provided a robust framework for understanding events that were once relegated to superstition. As modern investigative techniques continue to evolve, they offer increasingly precise measurements and predictive tools that bridge the gap between myth and quantifiable reality. This synthesis of methodology and belief not only enriches our theoretical models, but also fosters a deeper respect for the complexities inherent in metaphysical phenomena. Moreover, the dialogue between scientific scrutiny and traditional wisdom has become a cornerstone of modern paranormal studies. As we embrace the unknown, it is imperative that future research maintains the delicate balance between skepticism and open-minded inquiry. The integration of technological innovation with time-honored cultural insights promises to further unravel the mysteries of haunting presences and demonic forces. In embracing both empirical data and the rich tapestry of human experience, we acknowledge that the quest for understanding the supernatural is as much a journey of the mind as it is an exploration of the beyond. Ultimately, this presentation advocates for continued interdisciplinary collaboration and rigorous critical analysis. It calls upon scholars, researchers, and cultural historians to persist in their pursuit of knowledge, ensuring that the enigmatic realms of ghosts and evil entities remain subjects of serious academic investigation rather than mere folklore. In our relentless quest to demystify these phenomena, we affirm that the unknown, while fearsome, also offers endless opportunities for discovery and intellectual growth. Embrace uncertainty and pursue deeper.